think your passport is just a booklet? Think again. It's your golden ticket to the world, a symbol of ultimate freedom and power. But how do you measure that power? For 2 decades, one index has been tracking exactly which nations hold the keys to the globe. Today, we take a closer look at how the Henley Passport Index has evolved over the past 20 years. In 2006, the Henley Passport Index was born, originally known as the Henley and Partners Visa Restrictions Index, created by Dr. Christian H. Kellen in partnership with the International Air Transport Association. It measured global mobility by tracking how many destinations citizens could access visa-free through IATA's thematic database. By 2014, the United Kingdom and the United States shared the top spot, symbolizing Western dominance in international travel. But this era of supremacy was short-lived. In 2016, the United Arab Emirates began a remarkable rise, driven by bold diplomatic initiatives, and quickly became the fastest climber in the index. This moment marked the beginning of a new chapter in global passport power. In 2018, the index entered a new era. It was rebranded as the Henley Passport Index and transformed into a real-time, monthly updated digital platform. Its scope expanded to cover 199 passports and 227 destinations, making it more comprehensive than ever before. By 2019, the balance of power shifted eastward. Japan and Singapore rose to the very top, ushering in what many call the Asian century. Then came 2020 and 2021. The pandemic disrupted global mobility in ways the world had never seen. While the rankings on paper remained unchanged, actual travel was dictated by health restrictions. To capture this reality, Henley introduced supplementary reports highlighting the COVID-19 mobility gaps, a stark reminder of how fragile freedom of movement can be. From 2022 onward, the Henley Passport Index took on a broader role. It no longer measured just travel freedom, it began linking passport strength to economic indicators like GDP and investment migration, showing how mobility connects directly to global prosperity. In 2023, a groundbreaking metric called passport power was introduced. This went beyond counting destinations, measuring instead the share of global GDP that passport holders could access visa-free. By 2024, the history was made. 6 countries, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Singapore, and Spain, shared #1 spot, a clear sign of how competitive the top tier had become. Then in 2025 came a surprising shift. For the first time, the United States fell out of the top 10, reflecting stricter border controls and fewer reciprocal agreements. This marked a turning point in the global balance of passport power. Now, in 2026, the Henley Passport Index marks its 20th anniversary. What started as a niche curiosity has grown into a global benchmark for mobility and geopolitics. But the story goes beyond rankings. It's about the widening mobility divide. Some passports unlock access to nearly the entire world, while others remain heavily restricted. This contrast highlights the deep inequalities in global freedom, reminding us that where you're born can still define how far you can go. How the Henley Passport Index actually works. It compares 199 passports against 227 travel destinations worldwide. Here's the simple rule. If you can enter a country without a visa, your passport earns a score of 1. The same score applies if you are allowed a visa on arrival, a visitor's permit, or an electronic travel authorization. But if you need a visa in advance, like an e-visa approved before departure, or if government approval is required for a visa on arrival, then the score is 0. At the end, your passport's total score is basically the number of destinations you can enter without needing a visa upfront. That's how the Henley Passport Index ranks global travel freedom. So what does the future hold? While Asia continues to dominate, will new players rise like the UAE once did? The Henley Passport Index reminds us that mobility is power and that power is constantly shifting. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into global trends and travel insights. Until next time, keep exploring.